Hey, what's up guys, Joe here. Today I brought a PC by a customer. They were building their own PC. They got stuck at this point and just wanted to make sure they didn't break anything, so they entrusted it over to me. These are some of the parts that he's using. So let's open this baby up. The case is a Corsair iCue 220T. It's a BTX size case, fits everything below as well, and it's a very compact case, so wire management should be pretty fun on this. And this is the Corsair iCue 220T. Case is off. There are glasses on, I'm sorry, tempered glass. And then the back has 2 thumb screws. So we're removing those now. We need to put a screwdriver on these guys. Finger tight will do on all of them. So 6 total screws, 4 in the front, 2 in the back. And you just pull that case is off. So this will be pretty fun. So I'm gonna remove some of these boxes. He bought some extra fans. I'm not sure if we'll be using them or not. We'll see when we get to that point. But he got the Corsair LO120s. It's the 3-pack. He's got the Corsair Commander Pro for all the, has a fan hub, but it also needs the RGB hub. So he's lacking that. So I'm not sure if we'll be able to use that or not. For the motherboard, he's using ASUS ROG Strix Z390 Gaming Edition. He's already got that installed. And for his CPU, he's using a Core i7 9th Gen 9700. Actually, it's not a K. I was going to say K, but it's not. It's still an awesome CPU though. Gonna fly through those games for sure. He's already got his GPU installed, and that's very impressive. It's the Nvidia's, I guess, Founders Edition GPU right there, 2080 Ti, baby. Monster of a card. That's what I use on mine. Power supply hasn't been installed yet. He's rocking the same one I'm rocking, a Corsair 850X. It's a 80 plus gold. He's also got this installed, which is the same one I'm using as well. It's a Corsair H100i Platinum, but he's got it mounted on the front with those 3 Corsair fans that come installed with the case, which I believe are SP112s for those. Got some zip ties in here, some SATA cables. Lots of screws. That's probably for the AMD side though. RGB wire. And RGB extension. We'll use what we need though. Nothing more. Okay, so this leaves this possibly. The RAM, it looks like he's using Corsair Vengeance RGB Pros. I'm not sure how many gigabytes he's got. but from what I can tell, it looks like that's what he was using. What else do we got here, guys? He's got a Samsung 970 M.2 drive, and he's also got a Seagate Barracuda 3 terabyte, I believe it was. So from what I can tell from here, on the front, fans are mounted correctly, so that's good. There's 3 intake fans, 120 millimeters each. It's got the radiator. It's also got this one exhaust, so that's good. So it looks like all that was wired correctly. Take this magnet off. Filter. And let's reveal the back to you guys. This is where it'll be a lot of fun right there. Wire management. So this is for the RGB for all the fans. And they actually made a mistake here on accident. You got to go in sequential order. It's going to cut the break of the RGB lighting, so you got to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this one actually needs to go over to 4. You just pull the tab and pull out. Push the tab and pull out. So there we go. That's installed and corrected. Let's look at our front of the motherboard and check out these connections. So the pump's already got RGB power. The I/O seems nice. It's got these wires over here. That wasn't plugged in right, so I'm going to unplug that to see what it even leads to. I will need to look at the manual though, so I can connect the front panel to this specific motherboard. I've never worked on this one before. So it looks like here's the case wires. We've got our USB 3.0, our LED plus minus, power switch, reset switch, audio. And I did see he had another one installed. If it's correct or not, I'll have to check that as well. Other than that, I mean, besides wire managing and stuff, should be doable. Alright, so this RGB hub seems like it's got a USB 2.0 connection. This SATA connector here looks like it's for the fan, power the pump. So this is the pump, the cooler. Okay, so that's for the RGB on the cooler. Okay, so now I know what number 4 is. This is the actual fan connection for the AIO. Yeah, it looks like this was another USB 2.0, which is for the AIO cooler, so that looks like it's correct. So we're just like in the USB 2.0 for the actual case. Or I mean the RGB fan hub, I'm sorry. Luckily the front doesn't have USB 2.0, otherwise we'd use up all our slots. So that's actually a plus in this case. The power supply, seeing as it's a modular one, it won't fit in this case as is. I can already tell with this hard drive caddy. So he might not even be able to use this 3 terabyte drive. He might have to use one of these SSD slots for extra storage. So it looks like these are for the front fans, and they're actually 3-pin connectors instead of the 4. Yeah. There's 1, 2, 3, so that means that's those. for the hub. Uses SATA also. And that's it, guys. We already looked at everything. Okay, so let's begin. So these on the Corsair i20, all you do is pull them out. I'm sure there's other screws on this. Actually, no, this is as far as it can go, because there's the radiator. There's a fan right there. So I guess what we'll see is, oh, they're screwed on down on the bottom. I see them now, 4 screws. Let's see if this power supply fits, guys. That way we know what we're working with here. Dun dun dun. Our cord, we'll definitely need that one. Power supply, we'll definitely need that one. Got more zip ties and screws. Take off this lovely sticker. And in this case, what we're going to want to do is have the fan down for this build. So it barely fits, guys. So there's no way it's going to fit with the hard drives in there. Look. I'll leave these hard drive caddy screws together, and I'll give it to him in a Ziploc baggie. Okay, so here we got our wires. Let's pull out what we need. We'll definitely need this. It's the 24 pin. Definitely need this. It's our CPU power. We won't need SATA now, since we don't have a drive besides the 2 powers. I mean, we still will need SATA, but not as much. And this one actually has 1, 2, 3, so that would have been perfect for his setup. The 2 SATA power for the pump, the RGB header, and the drive, but no bueno. Okay, this one's already entangled, so I'll use that one. And we have a PCIe one right here. We'll need this for the graphics card. What else we got in here? CPU, we already got that. Molex, we definitely don't need that. SATA, we got that. Alright, guys. So we got all our wires here. We got twist ties that we'll be using for this build as well. So I like to start at the 24 pin. Okay, so this goes to the motherboard and this goes to the modular power supply. And they'll go under the 24 pin connections as such. There we go, there's one. And 2. So that's in. CPU would be next for me. I like to go in order of expense, I guess. And this should be labeled CPU, which we have options on the bottom and also on the top. As long as it's an 8 pin. So right there. Excuse me. So now our PCIe. This goes to the graphics card. And this one goes to the power supply. And this is also an 8. You know what, I'm going to put them down here. Keep it clean. Okay. So we got PCIe, 24 pin CPU all installed. Scoot that over a little bit. And then Now our SATA connector, which has, no, actually this one has 4, guys. Oh well, nothing wrong with a little extra. And then this one's a 6-pin, so it'll go under peripheral SATA up here. Alright, that's it, guys. Everything that we'll need should be on there. Yeah, it's a tight fit, guys, man. This case is really compact. I won't say it's a bad case, it's just a little hard to work with for sure. There it is, guys, PSU installed. Just like that. Alright, so again, this is a big mess, but we're not intimidated. Well, as mentioned, this is for the PCIe, which is the graphics card, which will go here. So that's set up nicely, put away. That's one cable down. SATA goes back here.
Forgot about your toaster strip.
It's got the nuts on it. So there's a SATA power here. This is for the pump. Power it. Now this has one too, the RGB hub. Yep, there it is. Okay, those two are connected and powered, guys. So that's it for SATA. We'll manage the wires here in a second. This fan also has this one, I'm not sure what it is, with 1 pin. So I gotta look at that in a minute. Here is our CPU wire, which will go up top right here. There's not really much to feed it there. It's kind of scary. So let's go through here and route it over here. Yep, this fan's in the way, guys. So it might be best to remove this fan for now. Yes, please. Yeah, yeah, it's good. See, like I said, guys, I have the best wife. She wrote, "I love you." And icing. Too much spring baking championship, guys.
I finished it, and the timing too, because it's getting taken off in like 10 days. It says.
How do you know?
It says it's expiring.
That's crazy.
So I finished it.
But at least it warned.
But yeah, we put on it. How did this work on both sides?
Trying to see where this leads, guys.
Oh my god.
So bear with me. Already? Alright guys, extra fan removed. And with this part we will pause the video so I can enjoy my toaster strudel. Alright guys, and we're back from toaster strudel action. So we got our 24 pin here, I could either go from the top or the bottom, and we'll see what it looks better as for cable management purposes. Alright guys, so sorry for the short break. I ended up reading the manual for the Corsair H100i. Excuse me. I have it all installed, as you can see. Don't mind the CPU cable for now. I don't want to plug it in quite yet. But we got our USB 2.0 connection. It goes from the top to the back to down here at the bottom. Then we got our RGB and fans for the AIO. I have them all connected here, so RGBs and fan power is installed via SATA in the back. And then I have the fan controlled on the motherboard directly. So that is installed. So next I want to do the case connections. So that'll be the USB 3.0, the audio, the switches, and the power button and stuff. So let's get started, guys. USB 3.0, it's number 14 on this list, so it's actually going to be next to that. See that at the bottom. Alright guys, got it. So our USB 3.0 is installed now. So now he has the headphone jack working. There we go. Audio is connected. Now we need the power button, the LED, and the switch. 2.0s. I did one of them. I don't have another. Or actually, I do have another. The fan hub. I'll go ahead and do that now. Or not fan hub. This one doesn't come with the fan hub. RGB hub to power that. Okay, so that's installed as well, guys. So that's the other 2.0. Here's our fans. So we'll go ahead and do the fans. I do have an extra front fan that needs to be powered. So we'll make sure we'll put that in sequential number 1. There we go. So that's updated. And fan needs power. This is for the chassis. So it looks like I'll route this one from down here as well. Another thing. I'll do that one later, because I might have to unplug this USB 2.0 just to put this bad boy in. I won't forget, seeing as it's a loose cable. Just took out that cough drop you promised me. So here we go, guys. It's actually on the bottom right, over there. We got this in the way slightly, ever so slightly.
This one?
Yes, baby.
Look what we have in here.
So we'll feed all this.
Brand new package.
You said we were wrapped.
That's cool. No, we have. I bought one already, but I didn't know that one was in there.
You know what? I'm gonna put this through the rubber drum, guys. Excuse me. Give me some better slack from the inside. There we go. I'm gonna set this case down, guys, just so I can see better. So there's actually 2 options for PLED Plus. And we got power switch and reset switch. So I'll do that then. PL and minus, and then power switch. And this case is rough, guys. You know what, guys? I'm gonna take this graphics card out. I'm gonna see if I can do it. I don't like taking parts off, but if I have to, I have to. Yeah, I got it, guys. Complain enough and you shall succeed. That is one of many, though. There's plus and minus and stuff. Sorry, but on this thing is just a super tight fit. Then power switch with power button and ground mixed. Power switch installed, and reset goes right under it. But the ground is opposite. And those are installed, guys. I believe that's everything in the front case. Let's see, yep.
Excuse me.
I just lack one fan, guys. And wire management. And we're finished. Nami? Alright guys, I think that's it. Let me look at everything. Besides connecting these up, the CPU, the 24 pin, PCIe's, if anything, I'll add him one more fan here. That's honestly it. Because I don't want to mess with the top, seeing as these connections right here. So just add wire matching, guys. So what I'm going to do is connect everything, power it on, make sure it turns on before I wire it all up, or zip tie it all up. Lovely, guys. That should be it, guys. I'm going to wire manage it a little bit with twist ties and see how it looks and see if we can get a first boot. Let me do some wire managing now, guys, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so I feel like I'm at a good stopping point to test. Here's the front. Corsair iCue 220T Z390 Gaming ROG Strix, Corsair Vengeance RGB Pro, Corsair HI100 I AIO cooler, 2080 Ti, 850 watt PSU. Everything's connected. Y'all saw how PC was handed to me. Again, I couldn't fit the hard drive that he had due to the case being too small. It's not my tidiest wire managing, but I wanted to test since it's already getting late. But that way, at least it's a lot cleaner and tidied up. But let's go test, guys. That way we can tidy up the back and see if we're good. Alright guys, it's time for first boot. That's a good sign. We got light on the keyboard and motherboard. Let's go ahead and push the power button. I'll turn this a little bit to the side so I can better see the camera or the tower. I think that's better. Alright guys, so time for first boot. Let's see how this goes. Normally the power supply is turned off, so I'm surprised it was set to on already. So fans kicked right up. All of them are lit up. RGB'd. CPU cooler RGB'd. Beautiful. Looks like we did everything correctly, guys. GPU seems powered and on. There she is. First boot. So it'll be time to run Windows 10 for the first time, since it's a new build. i7-9700. It reads it at 3 gigahertz. RAM is at 3000 megahertz. 32 gig. No, it's actually at 2133. Very slow RAM. I'm surprised he went with that, but it is 32 gigabytes, so at least that's a plus. And it's a 1 terabyte M.2, so that's better. Makes me feel a little less bad that we couldn't fit the hard drive. Alright. So now we want to set our XMP. Maybe that's why I was reading the RAM at that. Set to auto. Looking for the XMP section on this motherboard. Maybe it's this one right here. Enable both DIMMs. Training profile maybe. But I also need to set the or update the BIOS. Man, I'm sleepy, my head hurts. It's barely 9, but I've been having to wake up early, guys, for work. I love that logo, though. I love ROG, baby. And I don't know where I left my phone. Oh, it's way over here. There it goes, guys. It was taking a while, but it's just because it's the first time loading Windows ever. There we go. So English US, yes. Next. Install now. Which I won't be able to give him a product key or anything like that. He'll have to buy that on his own. Don't have a product key. I was just literally speaking about that. So 64-bit home. Correct. I accept. Next. So we go to new. You want the whole drive. You want to make sure it's all the way, and it is. Okay. So now I've formatted everything, and here's our primary drive. It made a recovery and everything for us just in case if anything ever happens. So we go to next, and now it's installing Windows on the M.2 Samsung 970, 1 terabyte. I appreciate the off angle, guys, but my daughter's bunk beds are right there. So let's go to the next part. United States. Yes. US keyboard layout, of course. I'm not sure if he does. He can do that later. We're not going to connect right now. Reason being, I don't know his Microsoft account. And it's late. It's 10 o'clock now, so I don't want to bug him. That's what he has his Facebook name under, so I'll put it as that. I'm not sure if that's good or bad. No password for now. I'll let him change all that. Another reason why I want to make it to Windows is so I can install all the drivers for him. Alright guys, so we're in. So now that we're in, now we really will connect to the internet. It's not going to require us to sign in. Oops. Enter two password, cancel it. See, it's trying to. It's good for now. Yes. So now I'm going to test the front of the panel to make sure these USB 3.0 slots are really working after this is done. trying to disconnect my USB drive that installed Windows. It's not even popping up. This is a 4K TV, and our graphics drivers aren't even installed yet, which is why it looks this way. It is showing at 4K right now, but the 2080 Ti isn't installed yet, graphics driver wise. Feel all the cold air coming out of this case, man. I can feel it sucking it in and pulling it out. It's great. Lots of airflow. I'm not entirely sure what Armory Crate does. I just know it's a part of the motherboard packages under the installations. There it is, Nvidia GeForce RTX 2080 Ti, guys. So it's reading it perfectly. Just gotta install it. Okay, so that's updated. So let's test out this front USB 2.0. Yep, registered right away. Beautiful, so everything's hooked up nice and right. Power switch, reset, everything. Okay, so here's everything he'll need. I had it all for him. He won't need these manuals. I got them because I was studying before he even brought it to me. I just wanted to make sure. I'll put it in the downloads. See what kind of read speeds. It's only write speeds. It's only because it's a USB 2.0 that I'm using right now. Ow, just hit my head. This will install the graphics drivers and everything, which I'll set up the program for him, but he'll have to set it up himself, his username and password. I just don't want to leave any of my personal information on here. So we'll go ahead and install GeForce Experience. So now I can safely remove our flash drive. Agree and install. see what this one is. It's Intel something. Management engine components. And I got these off from the ASUS website. So it needs me to log in before I can download those drivers. Okay, so that's installed. Delete that one. It's already extracted. Intel something as well. Let's see what this one is. Intel Rapid Storage Technology. We'll restart it in a second. Which one needs you? I'm texting him right now, guys. So, nothing much, just here chilling at the house. Okay. So this is for the Bluetooth. So we got that going now. Just enter the picture, see what he says. I'm sure he'll be super excited, especially since I did this all for him in one sitting instead of, taking my time, making them wait. That's the thing about me, guys. I like to take care of my customers and get them in and out as fast as I can. Especially when they entrust me with a over $2,000 product without even knowing me and meeting me, It's the least I could do. There it goes. Excuse me. This is for the audio drivers. And this is why people prefer consoles sometimes over PCs, just because they find that having installed drivers a little bit difficult. This is for the chipset, which is for an i7 9700. Restart later. Oh, watch out. The Nvidia control panel is installed now. This is to update the BIOS, which we'll need here shortly. Oh, looks like it's going to force us to reboot already, guys. That's unfortunate. We weren't finished yet. Alright, so we're back. Downloads. Did the update tool already. Extract. Guess there was an update for the Realtek or something for it to do it again. Alright. AI Suite. Sorry guys, everyone's texting me right now. Easy update install.